yourself.
Why should I be ashamed of myself?
I'm not going on. Because you're anti-trans. You're a transphobe standing on the corner going, trans kids should be cis kids. Well, you know what? Trans kids are trans kids, and they shouldn't have to be trapped in their fucking body.
What makes a child trans?
Yeah.
You're born trans.
What does that mean?
Gender is a spectrum.
Yeah?
How do we know?
Spectrum of what?
If I'm not God.
We know this guy's on the spectrum, that's for sure.
A spectrum of what?
I'm God, a spectrum of gender.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Everything's a spectrum. Like the color, the rainbow. That's why it's for the LGBTQ community, is because color is a spectrum. So is gender. That's why there's gender studies in university.
So what's gender?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. What?
Nobody knows. You know why?
This is the point, right?
You're not God,
Yeah.
but you're playing God. And it fucks kids up. You know how I know? I'm a trans person.
How are you?
Yeah, so go fuck yourself.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you're a fucking asshole.
Seems like a nice guy. Whoa!
Do not touch me.
Yeah?
Do not.
Wow.
You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Every kid fucking matters. Every kid matters. Every kid matters. I fucking matter. I'm a trans person who is saying,
Can you call the police, please?
You are an abusive person. Go fuck yourself.
Just walk with me. Let's call the police. That's an assault.
Shut the fuck up.
No, that's an assault.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll keep walking with you.
Look at it, punch you in the face.
What a weirdo.
Well, I wouldn't mind.
I'm not drunk.
I should have known he was going to throw the drink on him.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Always so violent.
How is it that you were born in the wrong body? What does that mean? You tell me you don't even know what gender is, but you're transgender.
I told you what gender is. It's a spectrum.
A spectrum of what?
Gender.
Oh, makes a lot of sense.
But I can't argue with a stupid person.
No, you can't even define the basic terminology.
Following me with a camera, and that's abuse.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for police to come so you can be arrested.
Take your fucking camera.
Seems like a stable
You
person.
have every right to bring.
We're still going. I wonder when the police are going to show up.
Yeah, there are consequences when you assault someone.
Anybody that follows me on Instagram, which is a lot of fucking people, this is Zayd Oak, trans comedian from Victoria. This guy is such an asshole. He's chasing me down.
Why
the
is he
street.
shaking?
He won't leave me alone. Get the fuck away from me. He is on St. Lawrence and Menzies. Everybody come down and tell this guy that trans kids have rights, just like everybody else. Trans kids matter. Trans kids are trans kids that deserve to grow up as trans children, not forced to be cisgender children, not forced to go to cisgender puberty. This guy wants trans children to suffer. You know how evil that is? I am a trans person standing here in the middle of the street saying that this guy...
He's missing out the part where he assaulted him, tried to destroy his camera, and then threw his hot drink over him. He's missing out that as well.
is just spewing fucking hate. He doesn't even know what gender is. He doesn't know it's a spectrum. He's just about, how do you know? What gender are you on? You know how he knows what gender is? Because he's probably got a tiny little in his pants, and he's like, yeah, I'm a man. He doesn't even know what trans kids have to do to figure out who they are. You know how smart trans kids are? They're way smarter than you. You
Does this guy not feel embarrassed to be saying and doing this in the street?
look like you have a fucking tiara on your head. You're an asshole, and this is going all over social media. I have a huge following here in Victoria.
Good
and
stuff.
I bid you adieu.
Oh,
My name's Zayd Oak. Send them to my house.
well,
I don't give a shit.
I'll just keep
Wow.
walking with you here.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Wait for the police to come.
Look, this guy's swearing. There's a kid there. This guy's got no respect for anyone else.
I'll just wait for police.
He's trying to hide in the gym.
Is there a way out of here? Through here? I'm waiting for police. That person assaulted me, and she's trying to get away right now, or he, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a man or woman, to be fair.
Okay, but there's no way out of here. So when police come, I can tell them to come down here?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Okay, good.
5 minutes later.
What an idiot.
All right.
Yet again, loving and compassionate, and shout out to Billboard Chris. I mean, he has to deal with that stuff all the time. And he's a very calm, relaxed person. He doesn't even get to have a conversation half the time before he's assaulted, or just insulted for that matter. If gender is a spectrum that isn't dependent on sex, why are they trying to remove their, sexual organs to affirm their gender? It makes no sense to me. Imagine walking up to someone in the street, punching them, trying to destroy their equipment, then you throw a drink on them and then you call them abusive. That's literally what this person did.
You guys do not have medical degrees. You have not.
So do all transgenders need medical degrees?
Gotcha. No, I think if you're going to make...
So you're trying to say we're not qualified to speak on this issue.
Yep.
But all the people that are saying that they're, whatever,
I think
singular they,
you're
which is
misinterpreting
one of the things they say, right? They don't have a medical degree.
I care when you say gender ideology is bad biology. Because to make that claim,
Yeah, it is.
you have to have qualifications.
No,
which
you
you
don't.
don't.
If you read our flyer.
I am very familiar with this type of literature, and I'm very familiar with your arguments, and I'm very familiar on how ignorant they are. Because
But you haven't read it yet.
So what about the
yes, I
American
have
College of
read these.
Pediatricians?
You've read this?
Yes,
This
I
is
have
very-
read
How about
these,
the American College of Pediatricians? Are they ignorant?
If you want to sway me to your side, you need to provide me resources
Why do they always look the same, man?
for me to believe you. No!
It's got plenty of sources on the back.
I just want, it's a bit too, as long as...
They started blaring rock music because they have no arguments.
Yeah, literally.
Contradicts basic biology.
Do you not know what intersex people are? Right. And that actually, I just pointed you to the source which talks about intersex people. Okay? Individuals with DSD, disorders of sex development, do not constitute a third.
The way that guy is stood right there, I only see girls doing that. I've never seen a man do that in my life. That stance right there. That's the angry wife stance. He's got it down to a T though.
Sex. Okay, I agree. You have a source, I don't. Your source came from your organization. Congrats. I don't have the easy ability to just pop out sources from an organization because I'm not part of one. I'm not part of a LGBT pride organization. Well, I'll tell you why you can't find a source. No, because there is none.
Dylan Contif, one of the Drag Queen Storytime readers, he said, Drag Queen Storytime is the grooming of the next generation. Does that concern you?
Yes, that concerns me.
Thank you. All right. So that should not be happening. But that is what.
But that doesn't.
That is what is
you're,
happening.
You're
at
pointing
Drag
out
Queen
these
Storytime
specific examples
all across the country.
No. You are.
I could give you a handful
You
of
give one
examples.
example and say it applies
Let
to
me give you
a whole
another
movement.
example.
That's not how that works.
The Drag Pride Parade.
All right.
In
I'm
New
being
York
used.
City.
I'm being used for your video.
They said we're
for
coming
you to
for
win
your children.
because you're coming with facts prepared by your organization.
have facts.
It is very easy for you to win these arguments.
And we're based on biology.
You are not based on biology. Chromosomes, it is not as straightforward as you think.
What?
Use Google Scholar. Do you know what Google Scholar is?
Science.
Do you know what Google Scholar
There's
is?
only two sexes, and gender ideology is delusion.
You're
That's
completely
confusing
ignorant.
children.
You can't keep up with biology.
He's ignorant.
You aren't welcome. Yes, you are not welcome. You're not students. You're not related to students. You are not welcome. Bye.
It's kind of ironic since it's the Welcome Center and you're not welcome.
Why is it always like these people? It's never like, you never see good looking people doing it. It's always people who clearly don't get any attention from the opposite sex. Does anyone else notice that? Because if they did get attention, they wouldn't be out doing this shit. Like a bunch of animals. Why is that guy acting like he's going to do something? That guy couldn't rip open a KFC bag to get his food, so I don't know what he's trying to do. running, he's running. It's like going to a flipping zoo watching this. Go away. They're trying to go away, but you're following them, you donuts. This is hurting my brain. Are you sure about that one, mate? We want love, no hate here. Well, yeah. I'm not sure about that one, pal. This guy rolling up his sleeves. This guy's getting rid of the demons. Why are they kicking the car?
We're dealing with this, okay?
And the police are there. The guy literally kicked and spat on someone's car. The cop saw it. He was there. He was like, yeah, we're dealing with it. It didn't do anything. What is going on out there? Because this clip is wild. And fair play to these guys for dealing with this. Because, yeah, I think most people just couldn't deal with that. I don't know if I could. I did find it funny, this guy here, he rolled up his sleeves like 5 times throughout the whole thing like he was going to do something. And they're screaming, get away, when these people are trying to get away, but they're following them, shouting, being angry and aggressive, attacking the cameraman, attacking cars on the street, spitting on cars, spitting on people, and the police do nothing.
Honestly, if it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else.
Stop it. Get some help.
I need to know how many other millennial Libra bisexual girlies didn't get diagnosed
What the hell does that mean?
with ADHD until later in life, because all of the symptoms of ADHD just correlate with being a millennial Libra bisexual girly.
Millennial, Libra, what? I'm hearing new terms every day and I don't even know what half of it means anymore.
Wait, what are you doing? Oh my God, fight!
Well, he's stealing.
Fight! We're grabbing signs! Hey, film this! Film this! Do not steal the signs! Oh, I like this. This is good. This is good. Oh, wow! Thug life.
Literally back up. The sign is gone.
Wow.
Wow. That was wild. All right, guys, that was fun. Yeah, go.
It's like they do it in front of police knowing they're not going to be arrested or held accountable for it.
Queen! Give it up for Queen! She was like a freaking safety, just, you know, cutting them off.
They just continue to prove that they're not loving and accepting. I know I keep saying it, but it's because they keep saying it. Because they just show the opposite. They're always angry and violent, if anything.
I think there's a conflation between that if you're not alive, you're automatically dead. I don't think that's true. I think there's a secret third thing that babies are. Yeah.
You have not failed to disappoint me, sir, in this conversation. This is a new one. So you think there's another state of existence that science hasn't found?
Soon to be alive, but they're still developing.
You're actually not fully developed. Your brain isn't
my
fully
brain
developed.
doesn't develop until I'm 25. Yeah.
You see, look, we're not finding common ground. But you are certainly alive. You're certainly alive, right?
Yeah.
No one can argue that you're not alive.
Yeah.
For you to argue that there's some mystery third state of existence is pretty far-fetched.
Development.
The child and woman, 8 weeks, when majority of abortions are committed, I love this fact, if she's a she, has every egg she'll ever have in her ovaries at 8 weeks in the womb. Wow. Millions of eggs in her ovary. It's astounding. So the child isn't dead, the child is alive, the child is growing, the child is taking food via the umbilical cord and metabolizing it into energy. So So it's not a dead thing. It's not some weird state. What you're trying to argue is that it's alive, but you don't care it's alive because you think that child doesn't have value until the 3rd trimester. That's your argument, I think.
Honestly, you're kind of right.
I know. I'm 38 years old. I've been doing this for a while. I know.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just coming up with any old bullshit now to try and sound relevant. And yeah, if people keep saying and keep coming up with BS like this, I think we're cooked.
Bad representation for black women.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually horrible. So many successful black women out here. Why did you have to put LaQuisha? That representation is LaQuisha. The box braids.
I love you.
On the hip. That's attitude. You know, like, that's a bad representation. So many successful black women. Beautiful. You had to go dig up LaQuisha. That's a slap in the face. I couldn't wait to get here to see it. People taking pictures. The young lady took a picture between the legs. They're making a mockery of us. They're making a fool of us. Hurry up and take this down and come with the next project.
Yeah, to be fair, I agree with her on this one. And they spent a lot of the taxpayers' money to build that. And they literally picked the worst possible design to represent what they're trying to represent.
Starbucks has not bargained with our union over these dress code changes. Therefore, we do not accept this dress code. Workers United has also sent a letter to Starbucks demanding that the new dress code not be implemented at union-represented stores until bargaining concludes. Starbucks is...
There's bigger problems in the world, mate. There really is. It's just uniform.
Legally required to bargain with workers at union stores over changes to their working conditions. Unilateral changes are not legal. If the new dress code is implemented at our store, or if workers are disciplined for wearing face masks, we will be forced to take escalating action. Thank you, the union partners at 36 in May.
You are employed to work. They're paying you to work, and then you're trying to tell them how to run their business. Like I said, there's bigger problems in the world. There really is. You wearing uniform is... No one gives a shit. Just get it on and whip up some coffees, will you?
This is a crown activation for you to receive more downloads.
What? Wait, hang on. Flipping out. Someone get a cross or something. I did have one here. Man. I'll be taking her down to the church if she was acting like that in front of me. Someone call an exorcist. This isn't real. This isn't real. Surely not.
Taking a big deep breath in.
I can't.
And out.
Stop it. Get some help.
People really are just coming up with anything and everything to make money. And let's be honest here, I think most of the people watching her are fellas. You know? And she's got a cross up there on the top shelf, but I don't think it's working. Like, this is something, like, I watched a film recently, The Pope's Exorcist. I'm not sure if some of you have seen it. This is like a scene from that film, man. Because if you imagine going on a date and you go back to hers and she's saying she wants to do this and then she starts acting like that. Yeah. I mean, how people don't laugh at this and that they actually believe this stuff is beyond me.